Watching Times now, there seems to be no end to the Sanatan slander as the DMK continues to give out controversial statements about when it comes to the existence of Lord Ram. That is something that is now being questioned by the Tamil Nadu Transport Mantri S.S. Shivshankar, who questioned Lord Ram's existence. The DMK Mantri, who has sparked a row when he claimed that there is no historical evidence to prove the existence of Lord Ram. He also contended that there was no archaeological evidence or historical records to prove this. Now, speaking at an event, the Tamil Nadu Mantri said that it was the duty of everyone to celebrate the legacy of Rajendra Chola, or else people will be compelled to celebrate something which has no connection to them. Let's listen in first to that statement that created a political furor.
அதுபோல இந்த மண்ணுக்கு பெருமை சேர்த்த ஒரு மகத்தான மன்னன் மாமன்னன் ராஜேந்திர சோழனை கொண்டாட வேண்டியது நம்முடைய கடமை. இப்படி நாம் கொண்டாடாவிட்டால் எதற்கும் தொடர்பில்லாதவற்றை கொண்டாட வேண்டியது நம் தலையில் கட்டப்படும். இங்கே பேசும்போது நம்முடைய அரியலூர் சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர் சின்னப்பா அவர்கள் சொன்னார்கள், ராமருக்கு பிரதமர் கோயில் எடுத்திருக்கிறார், 3000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முந்தைய வரலாறு என்றார். அது உண்மை அல்ல, வரலாறே கிடையாது. நமக்கு ராஜேந்திர சோழன் வாழ்ந்ததற்கு சோழன் கட்டிய கோயில் இருக்கிறது, வெட்டிய குளம் இருக்கிறது, செப்பேடுகள் இருக்கிறது, சிற்பங்கள் இருக்கிறது. நாம் அதை வைத்து ஆதாரபூர்வமாக இதை கொண்டாடுகின்றோம். ஆனால் ராமன் இருந்ததற்கு வரலாறும் கிடையாது, ஆதாரமும் கிடையாது. அவர்களே அவதாரம் என்பார்கள். ஒரு அவதாரம் என்றால் பிறக்க முடியாது, அது கடவுள் என்று நாம் கொண்டாடுவது. கடவுளாக பிறந்துவிட்டால் அவதாரமாக இருக்க முடியாது. எனவே நம்மை மயக்கி நம்முடைய வரலாற்றை மறைத்து வேறொரு வரலாற்றை உயர்த்தி காட்டுவதற்கான ஒரு வாய்ப்பாகத்தான் அதையெல்லாம் செய்கிறார்கள்.
Meanwhile, the DMK has vehemently defended the minister in his statement, saying that the BJP does not have a moral right to talk about Hindus and that is not a bigger threat to Hindus than the BJP. And this is a counter that is now coming in from the DMK side.
I also read Annamalai's, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief's reply to this. I think Annamalai does not have any moral authority to speak. I don't know what gives him the high ground to speak on behalf of Hindus and our history. In fact, the biggest threat to the Hindu religion comes from BJP and people like Annamalai. If I have to also just speak on this matter, I would say what was implied was that India has different cultures, right? Different states have different history and different leaders, and all should be embraced, and that's what I stand for also. It's a pluralistic land. All religion is important, all language is important, right? All castes are important, every history is important, every monument is important.
On the other hand, BJP has been taking on the DMK, taking on the social media platform X. It is the BJP state president K. Annamalai who has put out as far as when it comes to Tamil Nadu law minister praising Lord Ram as a champion of social justice and equality. But now another DMK Mantri has been asserting that Lord Ram never existed. Even when it comes to BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawalla has questioned if Rahul Gandhi was criticized his ally DMK over the same issue. Listen into these reactions.
इंडिया अलायंस का असली हिंदू विरोधी राम विरोधी चेहरा सामने निकल कर आ गया। डीएमके के मंत्री जिनके ऊपर अनेकों प्रकार के आरोप लगे, वो कहते हैं कि प्रभु श्री राम का अस्तित्व नहीं। ये वही पार्टी है जिसने कहा सनातन समाप्त कर देंगे। राहुल गांधी पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होके बड़े बड़े उपदेश देते हैं, शिव जी की बारात के बारे में बोलते हैं, परंतु बताइए क्या डीएमके के ऊपर कुछ टिप्पणी करेंगे राहुल जी? नहीं करेंगे। राम जी के अस्तित्व को किसने नकारा था यूपीए की सरकार में? हिंदू टेरर, हिंदुत्व आईसिस और बोको हराम की तरह है, ये सारी टिप्पणियां भी की। अभी तो राहुल गांधी ने स्वयं कहा हिंदू हिंसक होता है। तो राम के प्रति कितनी घृणा और नफरत का भाव है, किसी और धर्म के लिए कहा जा सकता है?
Meanwhile, sitting in the opposition, the AIA-DMK too has condemned the DMK Mantri's comments on Lord Ram, saying that the statements were highly condemnable. As far as Kovai Satyam of the AIA-DMK has said that one cannot hurt the religious sentiments and the beliefs of majority in the name of atheism, and also adding that it is in the DNA of the DMK to make such derogatory remarks against Hindu gods.
A highly condemnable one. You certainly can't hurt the sentiments and beliefs of the majority in the name of atheism. So in the name of promoting atheism, they go all out and hurt the sentiments of the majority, particularly the Hindus. This being the DNA of Dravida Munnetra Kalagam, garlanding slippers of gods, making derogatory remarks against gods, and trying to say this is all part of atheism and trying to bring rational thoughts in the minds of the people.
Well, Varshni, this is another example of Sanatan slander coming in from the DMK. This is how the BJP and the AIA-DMK too have been hitting back.
Well, absolutely, yes. This is once again a furor by the opposition parties because of the comments made by DMK Transport Minister Shiv Shankar. In fact, the context of the speech is that he was addressing in a meeting which was to commemorate and celebrate the former king, the legacy of the king of king of Chola dynasties, Rajendra Cholan, and that was what was happening. And during this event, Minister Shiv Shankar spoke about how we have facts, we have evidences to back the existence of Rajendra Cholan, so we can celebrate him rather than celebrating Lord Ram, we do not have exact facts or evidences about to believe that that really happened and he really lived. Therefore, this is once again, very similar to the lines of what happened last year when the DMK was under massive scrutiny by the opposition parties of their comments related to the Sanatan Dharma and the abolition of the Sanatan Dharma. Therefore, right now we can see the BJP state president Annamalai, who's also mounting attacks on DMK because he says that this is a direct attack on Hindu religion once again by the DMK, and this is hurting a lot of sentiments of the people, of the Hindu people. And on the other hand, we can see the AIADMK also speaking about it. They are also saying that this is a repetitive behavior of the DMK to keep consistently creating comments
right, but
and
it seems
creating
that condemnation from all sides that have been pouring in as far as reaction that is now coming in from the Ally Congress. This is interesting to note here because here it seems that the Congress party too is not supporting its ally DMK Neta or Mantri's comment. Here is Tariq Anwar of the Congress party saying that one cannot question anyone's faith.
देखिए, ऐसा है कि मेरा अपना मानना ये है कि धर्म का या किसी व्यक्ति के या किसी समुदाय के किसी आस्था पर चोट नहीं करनी चाहिए, किसी तरह का कमेंट नहीं करना चाहिए.
Well, Varshni, that's new. As far as we heard, leaders from the BJP have been taking on the Congress party as well to question the Congress if they endorse the Mantri's stand from the DMK. However, Congress party leader has come out and said that the faith of anyone should not be questioned.
Well, if you see, when it comes to the India alliance, when it comes to the Congress and the DMK's alliance in the state of Tamil Nadu as well, which was even, longer than the India alliance, and they have always been very clear about the ideological differences. They say that these alliances are for the political purposes, and ideological differences do exist between any alliance, but the greater interest of the people's welfare is what is very important, is what both the parties have stated. Even when the Sanatan row was happening, the Congress made it very clear that they will not be supporting the DMK because their ideology is completely different, and they think that one's faith is very important and it's very personal, so we cannot come in and support our ally and take a stand. And many other parties in the India alliance also at that point of time took a similar stand, and that is what this time also we are able to see that the Congress is not going to give its support to the DMK in this matter because they think that ideology differences will exist between DMK and Congress all the time, but the alliance is only for the electoral politics and electoral purposes.
All right, reactions that have been coming in as far as condemnation from all corners, but this is also interesting as far as leaders across political spectrum as well have coming out to condemn the statement that has been made by the DMK Mantri.
See, these are provocative. DMK has made statements in the past calling Sanatan Dharma malaria. When people want to unnecessarily provoke a community, whichever community that is, I always condemn that kind of politics. I think that's the worst kind of politics. That's the worst example of appeasement, where to appease one particular religion, to appease one particular caste, to appease one particular set of people in one particular state, you criticize others. That kind of politics should be shunned, it should be criticized, it should be condemned in the strongest words.
Well, politics of